Imagine the cold seas of the north. Longships cut through the waves, their dragon heads staring forward. At the helm stands a man whose name will echo for centuries, Ragnar Lothbrok. Some say he was real, others believe he was a myth, but one thing is certain, his story has become one of the most famous legends of the Viking Age. Ragnar was no ordinary man. Born into a world of war and ambition, he was said to be clever, brave, and hungry for more than simple raids. The sagas tell us that he designed his own armor, strange breeches covered in tar and wool that gave him the name Lothbrok, meaning hairy breeches. Stories claim this outfit once protected him from a deadly serpent. Whether true or not, it made Ragnar seem larger than life, a man chosen by fate. But Ragnar was not only remembered for battles. His love stories were just as legendary. His first wife, Lagertha, was said to be a fierce shield maiden, a warrior who fought like any man. Later, Ragnar married a Slag, daughter of the dragon slayer Sigurd, tying his bloodline to the world of myths. With a Slag, he fathered sons who would each become famous: Bjorn Ironside, Ivar the Boneless, Sigurd Snake in the Eye, and Hvitserk. Together, this family would shape the Viking Age. Ragnar's ambition drove him across seas and rivers, leading raids on England, Ireland, and France. In 845, he launched one of his most daring attacks, the Siege of Paris. With 120 ships, Ragnar sailed down the Seine and surrounded the city. King Charles the Bald, terrified of losing Paris, paid him a fortune in silver and gold just to leave. Ragnar returned to his homeland richer than any Viking before him. For his people, he was a hero. For the kings of Europe, he was a nightmare. Yet glory has a price. Pride pushed Ragnar to take risks that others would not. Later stories tell of him sailing again toward England with only a small fleet, seeking to prove his greatness once more. This time, fortune turned against him. His ships were wrecked in storms, his men were outnumbered, and he was captured by King Aella of Northumbria. Aella showed no mercy. He threw Ragnar into a pit filled with snakes. As the serpent struck, Ragnar is said to have faced death with fearless words. He sang of his life, his victories, and his sons who would avenge him. His final line has become immortal. How the little pigs will grunt when they hear how the old boar suffered. It was not just a boast, it was a prophecy. Ragnar's sons did rise, gathering a massive force known as the Great Heathen Army. They swept across England in revenge, burning, conquering, and carving their names into history. Ragnar's death gave birth to a storm that reshaped entire kingdoms. But who was Ragnar, truly? Historians still debate. Was he one man, or a mix of many Viking leaders whose stories were combined? Was he a real king, or just a saga hero meant to inspire warriors? The truth may never be clear. Yet sometimes legends matter more than facts. For over 1,000 years, Ragnar Lothbrok has lived on in songs, books, and now in films and television. Ragnar's story is the spirit of the Viking Age. Bold raids, fearless battles, cunning strategies, and an unbreakable will. He reminds us that power is not only measured by crowns or lands, but by the strength of a story that refuses to die. The farmer who became a king. The raider who made kings tremble. The warrior who faced death without fear. Ragnar did not conquer the world, but in legend, he conquered eternity.